is everyone? Drop your names in the comments. Everyone drop your names in the comments and I will write it here. Drop your name in the comments, guys. Drop your names in the comments, guys. Drop your name in the comments. Alright. Drop your names in the comments, everyone. Drop your name in the comments. Callie, how are you? Welcome. Satan, welcome in. Welcome. Satan. Subscribe to my channel, Satan. And we have is Styliana. Welcome, Styliana. Welcome to my live. Don't forget to subscribe. Styliana, here you go. Styliana. Subscribe to my channel. And we have is Lily. Welcome, Lily. How are you? Subscribe, Lily. Subscribe. And we have is Rydal, Rital. Emma is gonna be next. Emma. Welcome, Emma. Subscribe to my channel, alright? After Emma, what we're gonna do is Sophia. Welcome, Sophia. Subscribe to my channel. Everybody subscribe. After that, we're gonna do Ines. Ines is gonna be next. After Ines is gonna be Blue Bellis. Blue. There you go. Natalie is next. Natalie, welcome in. Welcome to my live. Subscribe, Natalie. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Amelia, welcome in, Amelia. Subscribe to my channel, Amelia. Hope you are doing well. Iku, where are you watching from, Iku? And then we have is Amelia, you're welcome. And then we have is Amelia. There you go, Amelia. After Amelia, we're gonna do is, you're welcome, Sean. Ryan, don't forget to subscribe, Sean. Ryan, here you go. Then we have is Tekahurangi. Where are you watching from, Tekahurangi? That's a name I haven't heard of. Rangi. Here you go. After that, we're gonna do is, and then we have is Jory. Welcome, Jory. How are you doing, Jory? Hope you are doing well. After Julie is gonna be Abigail. Abigail, subscribe to my channel. Abigail. There you go. Then we have a Dylan. Subscribe, Dylan. Subscribe. Everyone subscribe. Everyone like the live. Come on, let's go, everyone. Let's get to 20 likes. Everyone, 20 likes. Double tap your screen. Double tap your screen. Like this. Thank you so much, Darcy. Darcy, here you go. Darcy. Then after Darcy, we're gonna do is Noor is gonna be next. Subscribe, Noor. Subscribe to my live. Guys, I go live every day, so subscribe and hit that bell icon. You are notified. Maverick, welcome, Maverick. How are you doing? Subscribe, Maverick. Then after Maverick, we're gonna do is Karina is gonna be next. Karina. After Karina is gonna be Claire. Welcome to my live, Claire. Claire. Subscribe, Claire. And after that, we're gonna do is Emma. Subscribe, Emma. Subscribe to my live. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. And then after that, we're gonna do is Adil. Adil. Subscribe, Adil. Subscribe. 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 Muhammad is gonna be next. Subscribe, Muhammad. Muhammad. There you go. Everyone subscribe to my live. Arlie, subscribe. There you go, Arlie. Hope you like it. Guys, I'm looking at the bottommost name that pops up, so type fast, so that it repeatedly comes up into my view. And then I'll write Celeste. Then we have his Elan. Then after that we have is Aliana. Then we have is Sua. Then we have is Madeline. Delete. Here you go, Madeline. After that, guys, hold on. We have is Terrigia. Terrigia, welcome in. Where are you watching from, Terrigia? Where are you from? Terrigia. Terrigia. After that, after Terrigia, we're gonna do is Enos. Subscribe, Terrigia. Subscribe. Zarif is next. Zarif, subscribe, Zarif. And then after that, we're gonna do is Amu. Thank you so much for the sub. Amu. After that is we have is Ella. Welcome to my live, Ella. Subscribe. Then we have is Divine. Welcome to my live. Subscribe. And then, what happened, Norid? We have is Felix. Welcome, Felix. Welcome to my live, Felix. Subscribe, Felix. Eva, welcome to my live. Subscribe, Eva. Everyone, double tap the screen. Let's get to 30 likes. Angel is next. Angel, and then after Angel, we have is Anna. Subscribe, Anna. And then we have is Punch. Subscribe, Punch. Subscribe to my channel. Everyone subscribe. Ari is next. Subscribe, Ari. Subscribe to my channel. subscribe to my channel. Miranda, subscribe to my channel. Miranda. Then we have is Maya. Subscribe, Maya. Subscribe. And then we have is Amelia. Subscribe to my channel. Amelia, subscribe to me. And then we have is Aliana. Subscribe to my channel. Aliana. And then we have is Elid. Elid. Izyan, welcome to my left. Izyan, subscribe. Izyan, subscribe. David, welcome. Subscribe. David, subscribe. Aliyah, subscribe to my channel. Aliyah, welcome. Hope you are doing well. After that, we have is Kennedy. Subscribe, Kennedy. Kennedy, subscribe to me. Psalm, welcome in. Subscribe, Psalm. Then we have is Sophie. Subscribe to my channel, Sophie. Mia is next. Mia, how are you? Hold on, guys. And we have Intiha. Then we have is Macy. Welcome, Macy. How are you? Then we have is Dora. Welcome in. Subscribe, Dora. Subscribe, Macy. Subscribe to my channel, both of you. Then we have is Rose. Subscribe to my channel, Rose. Subscribe. Hinata. Welcome in, Hinata. Subscribe to my channel, Hinata. We have is Amber. Subscribe, Amber. Amber. After Amber, we're gonna do is Ryan. Subscribe to my channel, Ryan. Here you go. And then we have is Salil. Subscribe, Salil. Subscribe to my channel. Here you go. After that is Alex. Subscribe to my channel, Alex. Amelia, thank you. Then we have is Jack. Thanks for that, Jack. After Jack is gonna be Arya. Then we're gonna have is Vera. Subscribe, Vera. Subscribe. Then we're gonna have is Zoe. Subscribe, Zoe. Subscribe to my channel. After that, we're gonna do is Noor is gonna be next. Subscribe, Noor. Subscribe to my channel. And then we have is Viga. Then we have is Ayush. Subscribe, Ayush. Subscribe to my channel. After that, we have is Isabella. How are you, Isabella? Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, Isabella. Then we have is Max. Subscribe, Max. Subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, everyone. Let's get to 40 likes, guys. everyone. Double tap the screen. Double tap right now. Let's go, guys. Lillian is next. Then after Lillian, it's gonna be Catherine. Subscribe, Catherine. Catherine. Everybody subscribe to my channel. Everybody, Angela is next. Angela. Subscribe, Angela. Subscribe. And then we have is Roach is next. Subscribe. Irada is next. Subscribe, Irada. Subscribe. Roach, subscribe. Irada, subscribe. Leah, subscribe. Leah. Rodrigo, subscribe to me, Rodrigo. Rodrigo. We have is Ander. Thank you for the sub, Ander. Here you go. Welcome, Reina. Reina. Let's get to 40 likes, guys. Everybody like the live. Come on, guys. Everybody like the live. Everyone like the live. Come on. Grace is next. Grace, subscribe and like. Like and subscribe. Everyone like and subscribe. Let's get to 40 likes, guys. Vera. And then we have Ben. Ben, welcome. Subscribe, Ben. Like and subscribe. Lana is next. Lana, like and subscribe. Everyone like and subscribe. Let's get to 40 likes, guys. Nia, like and subscribe. And then we have is Ishmael. Like and subscribe, Ishmael. Like and subscribe. Alright, then we have Leon. Like and subscribe. Guys, I go live every day. Subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon thing. We have is Aziz. And then we have is Bella. Welcome, Bella. Subscribe to my channel, Bella. Then we have is Noah. Subscribe, Noah. Subscribe. Then we have is where are you from, Sui? Where are you from? Adriana is next. Adriana, here you go. Then after that, guys, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait, guys. Hold on. Matilda is next. We have is Wild. Then we have after that is everyone subscribe to my channel. Silly. Guys, let's go. Joy is next. Welcome, Joy. Welcome to my live. We have Mike. Welcome, Mike. Subscribe to my channel, Mike. Subscribe, Mike. Subscribe. Everyone subscribe. Then we have is Ian. Pearson. Subscribe my channel. Zoe, subscribe to my channel. Diara, subscribe my channel. Diara. Anu, subscribe. Layla, subscribe to my channel, Layla. Everyone subscribe. Charlie, subscribe. And then after that we have Mahmood. After that, we have Clara. Subscribe to my channel, Clara. Everybody subscribe. Mary is next. Subscribe, Mary. Subscribe. Then we have Nikki. Subscribe, Nikki. Subscribe to my channel. Whoops. And then after Nikki is gonna be Claudia. Subscribe to my channel, Claudia. Everyone subscribe. Claudia. Guys, double tap. Everyone, let's get to 60 likes. Everyone, 60 likes. Everyone, Willia is next. Like and subscribe, Willia. Subscribe and like. And then after that, we have it. Alana. Alana is next. Then we have is Sienna is gonna be next. Subscribe, Sienna. And then we have is Ruby. Ruby, subscribe. Ruby, subscribe to my channel. Then we have Sawi. What? Okay. There we go. Then we have. Alright, then we have is Yanis. Guys, look. I'm looking at the bottommost name that pops up in my chat. You guys need to type as fast as you can repeatedly. Because I'm only looking at the bottom of the screen of the messages of the chat. So if you type fast, it'll pop up more at the bottom. So I'll be able to catch that and write that. Daddy is next. And then we have Devon, Emily. Emily, subscribe to my channel, Emily. Then we have is Elia. Then we have is Shika. Then we have is Mika. And then we have is Shama. Subscribe to my channel, Ryan. Everyone subscribe. Then we have Zoe. Then we have Arya. Subscribe to my channel, Arya. And then we have is Taraji. Subscribe, Taraji. And then we have Amy. Amy, welcome. Hope you are doing well. Subscribe, Amy. And then we have Nat. Who's gonna be next. Subscribe to my channel, Nat. Subscribe, everyone subscribe. And then after that, there's gonna be Isla, subscribe, like, and subscribe, everyone. As Leo is gonna be next. Then we have Bench is gonna be next. Subscribe. After that is gonna be Mirjam is gonna be next. Hold on. Mirjam. After that, we're gonna be doing Saroj. Subscribe, Saroj. And then after that is Marin. Subscribe, Marin. And after that is gonna be Own It. Subscribe to my channel, Own It. After that is gonna be Zuhaiba. Subscribe, Zuhaiba. Zuhaiba. Guys, I go live every day. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you are notified when I'm live. Therian is next. Therian. Subscribe, Therian. Then we have his Belez. Subscribe, Belez. After Belez is gonna be Serja. Then it's gonna be Orzu. Subscribe, Orzu. And then after that is gonna be Hafsa is gonna be next. Subscribe, Hafsa. Alexa next. Subscribe, Alexa. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, everyone. Quincy is next. Subscribe, Quincy. After that is we have is you're welcome. Whoops. And then we have is Amelia is next. Welcome, Amelia. Subscribe to my channel, Amelia. After Amelia, we're gonna write is Arrow. Subscribe, Arrow. Everyone like the live. Let's get to 80 likes, guys. Let's get to 80 likes, guys. Joe Yuri. Subscribe. Then we have his Hyunjin. Subscribe, Hyunjin. Hyunjin. Subscribe. After that, we have is Deva. After that, we have is Cash. After that, we have is Zeol Dilo. Zeo Dilo. There you go. Then after that we have is Fadely. Subscribe, Fadely. Everyone subscribe to my channel. Everybody subscribe. Sasha. We have is Darcy. Subscribe to my channel. Darcy, subscribe. Subscribe, Darcy. Subscribe to my channel, Darcy. Georgia, subscribe to my channel, Georgia. Subscribe, Georgia. Then we have after that is Suma is next. Then we have is Crystal. Subscribe to my channel, Crystal. Crystal, subscribe. And after that we have is Orzumrod. Orzumrod. There you go. Subscribe, Orzumrod. Subscribe to my channel. Where are you from, Orzumrod? Where are you from? Benno. Then we have his Chunch. Then we have is Hina, thanks for the sub. Then we have is Zhao. After that, we have Alex. Alex, we're gonna do is Paul. Subscribe Paul and Alex Paul. Subscribe Karina. It's gonna be next. Subscribe Karina. Subscribe to my channel. Then we have is Rizana. Subscribe to my channel. Rizana. Then after that we have is Scarlet. Subscribe Scarlet. Scarlet. Subscribe. After that, we have is Ratty. Subscribe, Ratty. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. We have is Twin. Subscribe to my channel. Twin. Subscribe. Everyone like and subscribe. Let's go, guys. Everybody like, subscribe, like and subscribe. Let's get to 80 likes. Gakuo. Subscribe. How are you, Ninkei? Where are you from? Subscribe to my channel. Then we have is Lily. Subscribe, Lily. Subscribe to my channel. Then we have is Moko. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Then we have is Arya. Subscribe to my channel, Arya. Henry, subscribe to my channel. Henry, subscribe. Then we have his Mir, subscribe. Then we have his Stack, subscribe, Stack. Then we have his. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you. Appreciate it. Nikki is next. I'm like an automated system, you know. I'm gonna say this repeatedly. Then we have is Jack. Kelly. Subscribe, Kelly. Subscribe. Then we have is Khan. Subscribe to me. Subscribe. Who is next, guys? Then we have is River. Nice name. Where are you from? Subscribe to my channel. River, subscribe. No, subscribe. And we have is Savannah. Subscribe to my channel. Savannah. Everyone subscribe, like and subscribe. Guys, double tap your screens. Double tap your screens right now. Stefan is next. Subscribe. Millie, subscribe to my channel. Millie. Then we have is Rick. Then we have Rick, and then after Rick, we're gonna do is Darrow. And then we have this Cattle. Subscribe, Cadle. After that, we have is Max. I like that name. And then we have is Millie, happy birthday. And then we have is Auden. Welcome to my live, Auden. Subscribe, everyone. Subscribe, Auden. Subscribe. After that, we Hanny. Subscribe, Hanny. After that, we have is Samrudi. Subscribe, Samrudi. Subscribe. Here you go. After that, we have is Ryan. Welcome to my live, Ryan. And then we have is Glenn. Savannah. Okay, happy birthday. We have Sora. Then we have Isabel. Welcome to my live, Isabel. Isabel, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Then we have Adrian. Subscribe. Then we have Fazolo. Subscribe, Fazolo. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, Rio. Subscribe. And then we have Mana. That's a very cute name. Where are you from? Subscribe, Mana. Subscribe to my channel. Benon is next. Benon. And then we have Lena. Subscribe, Lena. Subscribe to my channel. Alright. We have Kylie. Kylie. Subscribe, Kylie. Tame, subscribe, Tame. We have Falak, subscribe, Falak. Then we have Desire, subscribe to my channel. Everyone subscribe. Then we have you're welcome. Nikita, where are you from, Nikita? Amine, subscribe. Then we have thank you, Renee. We have Kareem. We have Claire, subscribe, Claire. Here you go. And then after that we have Lena Kiki. Subscribe, Lena Kiki. Lena Kiki. Subscribe. And Melly is next. Subscribe to my channel. You're welcome. Super, subscribe. And then we have after subscribe. Amy, subscribe. Delio, subscribe to my channel. Delio. There we go. Guys, like, let's get to 100 likes, guys. 100 likes. Jayla, subscribe and like. Let's get to 100 likes, guys. Come on, we're only a few more likes there. Let's go, everyone. Hit that like button. Austin. Everyone, go tap your screen. Mason, subscribe. subscribe and like Mason. Subscribe. Subscribe, Lily. Like and subscribe. RDR2. Thank you. Ellie is next. Then we have is Maya. Subscribe to me, Ellie and Maya. Rayhan is next. Subscribe, Rayhan. Is Amy. Don't cry, Amy. There you go. We have is Zaria. Subscribe, Zaria. Zoe. And then we have a Solid. Subscribe, Solid. What we have is okay, Luciani. There you go, Luciani. Here you go. And then after that we have his Good idea. Malcolm, you're next. Malcolm. And then we have it. Thank you very much, Dennis. Keisha, Meher is next. Meher. Miruna. Thanks to the sub, Miruna. There you go. Miruna. Lulu, subscribe Lulu. And we have is Rumi. Subscribe Rumi. And we have is Kashikara. Where are you from, Kashikara? Kashikara. Whoops. Hold on, Kashikara. Kashikara. After that, we have is Pronto. There you go, Pronto. Then we have is Brian. Subscribe Brian, subscribe Pronto. Then we have is Rotondwa. And then after that we have Ben. Then we have is Gavin. Gavin, subscribe to my channel. Raya. Subscribe Raya. Leah is next. Subscribe Leah. Subscribe to my channel. Hyun Jin, welcome back, Hyun Jin. So that, we're gonna do, hold on guys, hold on. Hold on, everyone. Talia and Lily. Subscribe to my channel. Then we have is then we have is M Rudani. Kaylee. Subscribe to my channel, Kaylee. Subscribe to me. Connor, welcome in. Subscribe to my channel. All right. Then we have is Austin. Bercy is next. Subscribe, Bercy. We have is Mia. Subscribe, Mia. Then we have is Lynn. Subscribe, Lynn. Then we have is Brian. Subscribe, Brian. There's Ada, subscribe Ada. Now we have Donner, subscribe. Govish, subscribe Govish. And then, okay guys, hold on. Then we have is Ellie, subscribe Ellie. Billy, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe Brezel. Eva, subscribe. Sophia is next. Subscribe Sophia, subscribe to my channel, Nico, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe Nico. Yu is next. Subscribe Yu. Then we have is Alja, thanks for the sub. Ajla. Then there is Brennan, subscribe Brennan. Then we have is Alex, subscribe Alex. Everyone hit that like button. 130 likes, guys. Let's hit 130 likes, everybody. Mensch. Subscribe, Mensch. Next, subscribe Silu. After that, we have Afan. Subscribe Afan. Yana, subscribe to my channel, Yana. We have Julia, subscribe Julia. Then we have is Dew, subscribe Dew. Then we have is Lara, subscribe Lara, subscribe to my channel. Then we have is Coda, subscribe Coda. Then we have is Noel. Subscribe Noel. Hey, come on. Alright. Then we have is Alexiane. Hold on, guys. Then we have is Kyla is next. Everyone subscribe to my channel. Everyone subscribe. After that, we have is Melly. Subscribe, Melly. Subscribe to my channel. Naomi. Subscribe, Naomi. Jane. Subscribe, Jane. Subscribe to my channel. What is next? Subscribe, Fatima. After that, we have is Jad. Subscribe to my channel, Jad. Subscribe. Carissa is next. Whoops. Carissa. And then we have is who else do we have? Lisa. Okay, guys, I gotta go now. Thank you all so much for liking and subscribing. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon notification thing. That way you will be notified when I'm live. And guys, thank you all for your support, and I hope to see you again soon. I will be back in like an hour. I'm just taking a break right now. I'll be back in an hour, and yeah, everyone take care. Okay, see you, bye.